right. Hello, everybody. I'm Michael Untermeyer. I'm one of the Republican candidates for that large position. I'm a lawyer. Hopefully will hold against me. In terms of crime, I was a prosecutor for 15 years, 4 years in the DA's office, 11 years in the Attorney General's office. When I was in the Attorney General's office, I was assigned to the narcotics division, and I did one thing for the entire 11 years. I did financial investigations and prosecutions of drug dealers, money laundering cases, and I basically went after the money and assets of drug dealers and seized and forfeited those assets on behalf of the state. What do I want to do in City Council? I have a simple, singular mission. It's to be your fiscal watchdog. City Council today, more than anything else, needs somebody that can look at the money that's wasted and mismanaged. Whether it's no big contracts, $7.5 million for the school district a year ago for surveillance cameras. I want to have very simple initiatives. I want to have legislation that says you can't have no big contracts in the city. The sheriff's office, which is missing $55 million, almost had another no big contract in March of this year for $550,000. As a Republican, you have to realize what the limits are as to what you can and can't do in City Council. My goal is to have really measurable ways of succeeding in judging what I do. And what I want to do is simple things that will affect all of us in terms of making the city more efficient. Again, legislation, no big contracts. The bail system. Many of you may recall that I was the Republican endorsed candidate for district attorney a year and a half ago. And in that campaign, the thing I talked about was the $1 billion the city's owed for defendants that failed to appear in court. In the last few months, you've seen some articles in the newspaper where the city is finally starting to collect that $1 billion. But they haven't solved the underlying problem. The underlying problem is if tonight you are arrested and charged with a crime, you don't have to worry about your bail money. You're 10% down, the city still gives you the rest of the bail money. I have a simple suggestion, which somehow should be made law through legislation, that the city cannot fund the bail system anymore. We don't do it it's not done in Camden, it's not done in Detroit. Pick the poorest city in the country, we don't fund the bail system. Nobody knows how many millions of dollars it costs. But the effect of having the city fund the bail system, if I'm charged with a crime, I don't have much reason to appear in court. The victims will appear in court, the police appear in court, the judge appears in court. Me, defendants don't appear and the city never collects them. So again, it's a really simple proposal. Let's make it, law so the city stops providing bail money for people. Next, we need to bring businesses to Philadelphia. Everyone says how we have to improve the economy here and we have more businesses to move to Philadelphia. It's going to be very hard to change the entire tax structure in City Council, certainly as a member of the minority party. But again, I have a very simple idea. Let's give a tax credit, a very substantial tax credit, 20 to 30% of an employee's salary, every employee that businesses hire in the city of Philadelphia, whether it's an employer to be into the city, an employer that's in the city. So my goal in City Council is really singular. It's to be your fiscal watchdog. Thank you.